Hey, what's going on, guys? Real Sports Updates here, back again with another video. Um, Today's video is just basically going over Week 3 in the NFL, my reactions. We're gonna go over a few games as well too. Um, so let's just get started. The Packers beat the Niners 30-28. The Rams beat the Bucks 34-24. The Raiders beat the Dolphins in overtime 31-28. Um, the Broncos beat the Jets 26-0. The Jets are just not good at all. The Cardinals beat the Jaguars 31-19. That game was a lot closer than the score, but the Cardinals prevail. The Steelers are not good, not good. They lose to the Bengals 24-10, and the Chargers beat the Chiefs 30-24. And the Cowboys are currently beating the Eagles right now, as it stands. 2 minutes left in the game, 41-21. So basically, my takeaway from Week 3, still early in the season, but teams are starting to get into the swing of things. We're starting to see some really good offense and defense, for that matter, as well. We're starting to see teams. I don't want to say, setting themselves apart from the pack. It's too early for that yet. But there's some teams who have started the season off very well. And there's some teams who have been disappointing. So far, my biggest surprise through 3 weeks has been the Raiders. I think Derek Carr, John Gruden have really, they've really stepped up to the plate. And they've been pretty good so far. Offensively, especially offensively. I think that's the most impressive is that Josh Jacobs has been banged up since the beginning of the season, and they've been able to manufacture offense. Derek Carr has pretty much put the team on his back, and he's made the plays that he's needed to make in order for that team to have success. They were much maligned in the offseason. This is John Gruden is if he doesn't have a winning season this year, it will be his 7th straight season of not making the playoffs. I think it's an 8-8 finish in there, but basically it would be his 7th straight season of mediocrity. So I think he knows what's up. Derek Carr knows what's up as well too. So they've really put it together pretty well so far. So I've been impressed. My most disappointing team through 3 weeks has been the Colts. Carson Wentz, and he's injured, but it's not working. And I think the Colts waking up today, they're in a much worse place than they were at the end of the preseason, because Carson Wentz is not going to. He wasn't playing well before he got hurt. He's now hurt, and he's trying to power through. His he has both his ankles are sprained. He's trying to power through it, but the combination of his injury and him just not being familiar with that offense, the Colts offense. Yeah, I know it's the same coach that he played for in Philly. Frank Reich was offensive coordinator, but there are little things, there are little nuances in the offenses in the offense that he does not know yet. So it's not looking good for the Colts. And it kind of sucks for them because they're a team who I think they were ready to take that next step, and they were just a quarterback away. The Andrew Luck retirement, threw everybody in Indy for a loop. So they pretty much just started scrambling after that. Jacoby Brissett, Phillip Rivers last year, and then they make the big trade for Carson Wentz, and now he's not playing well, and now he's injured. It's just not looking good for them. So, I hope they get it together. I really do. I really hope they get it together. Just to compete in the division. They're already far behind. So hopefully they get it together, and hopefully, Carson Wentz is able to stay healthy, and hopefully he's able to get more familiar and make some plays and stuff. So another takeaway is, I think a lot of people overreacted to the Green Bay loss to the Saints in week 1. The Packers have looked like the Packers the past 2 weeks. And last night, they go into not San Francisco, they go into Santa Clara. And they really play a complete game against the Niners. That's a tough place to play. I've been to the stadium. The Niner fans are really, really, they're really faithful there, and it is a tough place to play. I think a lot of people don't understand that just because it's California. But the Packers went in there and they handled business. They did what they needed to do, and they came out and they played physical on both sides of the ball. And I think that's always been the question with Green Bay is how physical are they? Are they a finesse team or are they a physical team? But they showed that they can be physical enough, and I think that's something that bodes well for them. Their schedule gets a little bit easier from this point on, so expect Green Bay to be at the top of the NFC here pretty soon, or near the top. First or second place. But they really did play well. As far as the Niners go, I thought Jimmy Garoppolo played well as well too. But they have to. I think Trey Lance's time is going to be coming up here pretty soon. I think he's going to give the Niners a spark that they don't have. That athleticism at quarterback, being able to run, as well as pass. And I think he has I think his arm is a little stronger than Jimmy's as well too. So, I'm sure Shanahan I'm sure he has a lot of, different looks for him to take advantage of. He came in and he ran that I believe it was like a 5-yard quarterback run, and he scored and the crowd went crazy. But I would be looking for that probably within the next 3 or 4 weeks. I think it's coming. It's written. It's pretty much written on the wall for Jimmy Garoppolo that he has to be really, really good, or else Trey Lance is going to come in and take his spot. So, that'd be interesting to see. The Niners, that was their first loss. They've played well so far. So, they're still in the thick of it in the NFC West. So, I don't expect a lot of drop off from them. I do. The Chiefs and Charger game was, I loved it because I'm a Charger fan, but, the Chiefs are, I think they're a little bit too full of themselves now. They think that they can just get up on Sundays, come out to the stadium, whether that be their home stadium in Arrowhead or anywhere on the road, come out and play sloppy football, and then just have Patrick Mahomes save them. And, to be honest, it's been like that for the past couple of years. But the NFL is starting to catch up to them now. And the Chiefs are really they're in a worse position than they think. I know Patrick Mahomes and the offense and all this stuff, and news just came in a few hours ago that they're signing Josh Gordon. He's been reinstated. Their defense is not good. They're not good at all. And I'm planning to do a video on the Chiefs probably tomorrow, just to break down what I see is going on, and what a lot of people will dismiss because their offense is so explosive. But these are things. Football is a complete and the ultimate team game, and they have so many holes right now that they are not that haven't been addressed, and a lot of people are overlooking them. And you can't overlook them. If you overlook some stuff, as important as offensive line play, defense, red zone defense, and stuff like that, that's gonna get you beat. It doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. Doesn't matter who's catching the ball. Doesn't matter how fast your receivers are. That's gonna get you beat. So I'm gonna dive into that a little bit in a video probably tomorrow. But yeah, as for the Chargers, they they looked impressive. They impressed me. That was a game that the Chargers typically lose, but they came out and they were impressive. Justin Herbert, I don't even have to. I don't even have to say anything. We already know what he is. He was impressive. Mike Williams looks fantastic in this new offense. Um, he's really, and it's a contract year for him as well too. So, but he's really balling. He's balling, and he's seeing a lot of one-on-ones too. So he's really taking advantage of his opportunity. But the Chargers look good defensively. I think that's the most obvious place where the Chargers have improved is defense. Brandon Staley knows what he's doing. They came out, they played disciplined football on the defensive side, and they made Kansas City go on long touchdown drives. And I think that's really underrated. It's an underrated thing when you're playing a team like the Chiefs. Long touchdown drives, 12, 13 plays. If a team's able to do that for 12, 13, 14 plays down the field, they honestly deserve to score. But there's so many opportunities for mistakes to come in a long drive, a 12 play drive. There's opportunities for mistakes that the offense can make. Blocks can be missed. Balls can be dropped. The quarterback can be inaccurate. There's a whole bunch of things that can happen. So I think the Chargers played that the right way. And Kansas City, they're talented. They're one of the most talented groups offensively in the league, so they are going to score their points. But the Chargers, the coaching staff, the game plan that they came up with was fantastic, and they executed it, and they got out of there with the win. So I thought that was really impressive as well too. Another big storyline is the continued awful play of the rookie quarterbacks. They played like trash, and a lot of them are. I know Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, they're not in the best situations, but they are just not, they're not playing well. They're not seeing the field well, and the NFL game, the speed of the game seems to have really slowed these guys down because they are throwing way too many interceptions. And it's not even, they're throwing into to coverages and double and triple coverages and stuff like that. So they look a little bit confused. And I think they need to be coached. They need to be coached a little bit more closely. They need to have more one-on-one coaching because it just doesn't look good. And they look lost. They look overwhelmed. And it looks like the speed of the game is way too much for them, and they're not processing information as fast as they need to. So they need to be developed. And it doesn't matter how much talent they have and all this and that. They need to be developed because they have to understand this NFL game is completely different from a college game. And the receivers are not running wide open, and everybody's talented. So you have to, I don't want to say coddle these guys, but you have to work with them. You have to work with them more one-on-one. You got to work with them on breaking down film and how to watch film and just what to do, what to expect, how to get the ball out of your hands fast, and ultimately learning that throwing the ball away or taking the sack is not the worst thing in the world. So, and you can throw in Mac Jones in there as well too. I know he played all right against the Saints, but he threw a couple picks as well too. He threw the ball 51 times. That was kind of uncharacteristic of the Patriots just in general. I can't even remember Tom Brady throwing it that much when he played there. But they're going to have growing pains, and this is something to expect. But I think the coaching is going to be crucial. And you can't let these guys get to a point where they're losing confidence because that's just things are going to snowball from there. It's going to get worse. And it might linger in years 2 and 3 and stuff like that. So coaching needs to nip it in the bud now. Work with these guys, get their confidence up, make sure that their confidence stays up no matter what's going on, and they should be fine from there. But the rookie quarterback play was one thing that I'm really like, especially because it's such a contrast from last year. Joe Burrow, before he got hurt, he was playing pretty well last season. We seen Justin Herbert, what he did last season as well. Those are two guys who are ready to come in and play. So that's the hopefully the rookie quarterbacks. Hopefully they get it together. It's a long season, and I do expect some progress from them. And last but not least, another rookie quarterback, Justin Fields. But I don't think you can really throw him into what I just talked about as far as the rookie quarterbacks playing bad. The Bears, man, what the hell are y'all doing? I don't know what that was. You allowed 9 sacks. Justin Fields' first start in the NFL, 9 sacks. Myles Garrett had half of them at 4.5. The Bears, man. It's time. It's time to pull the plug, and it's time to go into full rebuild mode. Ryan Pace needs to be fired. This offensive line is atrocious. The skill positions are okay, but they nothing to write home about. The defense is definitely not what it once was. And quite frankly, that was embarrassing. I'm not a Bears fan, but I was embarrassed for them. For them to put that performance on tape, that was scary. And watching that, I'm watching it, and I'm afraid for Justin Fields. I'm just hoping and praying he doesn't get hurt in his first NFL start. It was that bad. Chicago needs a full rebuild. Like I said, they got to tear it down to the studs. And now Matt Nagy came out today and said that all 3 quarterbacks are in contention for the starting job next week. Andy Dalton was hurt. Justin Fields started yesterday. And Nick Foles has been, quarterback number 3 on the bench. So now everybody is in contention to start. I don't get it. I really, I don't get it. Any 3 of your quarterbacks, there's no, there's no clear-cut starter. All 3 of them are competing for a starting job in week 4. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. Things have gotten ugly. And I don't think Nagy or Ryan Pace makes it through the season. If they come out, I think it could happen as early as next week. If the Bears come out and they put some more trash on tape, I think they can be gone next week. Probably Monday or that, after the game. I think they can be gone because this thing has gotten bad. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was just awful. It was just terrible. I don't want to watch. I'm not watching the Bears at all for the rest of the season. I don't care who's their quarterback. This is ugly, and I question what's going on in the locker room. Have they lost the locker room? Has Nagy lost the locker room? Because they just look like they don't care. They don't give a damn what happens. They know they're not making the playoffs, and they're just content with that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that, man. But I'm not watching the Bears anymore. They are terrible. They suck. And they should, whatever they can do to get a spark in there, that's what they should do. I don't know what it is, but if the firing, creates a spark, then that's what they should do. But bad football, terrible. Yeah, so. But yeah, man, that's my take on week 3. Very, very entertaining week of football. Minus that Bears-Browns game. Every other game was pretty much, and the game that just happened tonight with the Cowboys and the Eagles. Every other game was pretty good. Very entertaining. Can't wait for week 4. But yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it off there. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel. There'll be more content coming out. Like I said, I'll probably dive in to what's wrong with the Chiefs, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. So yeah, but thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.